All right, thank you everyone for joining us on this podcast today. This is Viewpoint Ministries podcast, and my name is Solomon Oluwabiye. Well, we just handed a powerful program where we get to talk to our today's guest. And on this side, we're going to be looking at practical tips for cultivating passionate faith and staying focused on your purpose. Simply say, tips to focus on your purpose. And our guest is a seasoned registered nurse with specialization in critical and cardiovascular care, a servant leader, coach, mentor, and a John Maxwell Leadership Certified Speaker, coach, author, and trainer. She has consistently delivered outstanding results while supporting professionals in diverse fields. She is not only passionate about her role as a wife and mother, but also about empowering women in leadership. At the forefront of the endeavor is the Young Women Community, a community aimed at helping women achieve their personal and professional goals. She is the visionary leader and host of this community, which seeks to inspire and empower women to embrace greatness and make a positive impact in their respective sphere of influence. Furthermore, she shares her wisdom and insight through her YouTube channel, where she hosts the Inspired Circle. This platform serves as a source of inspiration and motivation for our audience, where she shares about her faith, leadership, and personal development. She is dedicated to supporting an individual and organization in attaining excellence and reaching their peak performance in life. She ministers alongside her husband in Lighthouse Church, London, and Ontario. And welcome, Minister Fumi Olayinka. Thank you so much for joining us on this podcast.
Thank you. I appreciate this a lot. I do not take it for granted. Thank you for all you're doing.
Thank you so much, Mara. We just finished the live program on YouTube platform and our social media platform, and we looked into unlocking inner strength, a journey to unstoppable faith and purpose. But on this side, we're going to be looking at a little bit different, but a version of that, practical tips for cultivating passionate faith and staying focused on our purpose. What are the things that one can do that literally anybody listening to this, they can say, oh wow, I can go do that right now in order to cultivate passionate faith and stay focused on their purpose. Over to you.
Thank you so much for this great question, Mr. Solomon. And I will basically, to answer this question, I'll basically divide it into 4 parts, because faith and purpose is connected. And the first one I want to say, a practical tip, is for you to look up. And that is what faith does. Faith looks up. Faith looks up to God. And how do you look up to God? What are the practical steps you can take? You stay connected to God through His Word and prayer. And that is how you look up to God. It's not it's not physically looking up, but looking up to Him in His Word and through prayers. And that is the first one, for us to cultivate passionate faith and staying focused on purpose. The second one is for you to look within. And that comes that practically you can do by understanding who you are, and in a way it's still connected to looking up, because when you look up, then you can have a reflection of who you are from God. So you want to look up, you want to look within, then you have to look around you. Looking around you, it helps you to identify who are the people that are around you that can be a beneficiary of the faith and your purpose. And that is where comes your faith, serving your faith, and your gifts comes in. You want to look up, you want to look within, you want to look around you to serve your gift to other people. And the other one I want to say is for you to stay patient and trust in God's timing. in the first session we talked a lot about shifting our perspective to understand the timing of God. Because when you are looking up to God, you're looking within yourself and you're looking around yourself, you got to understand that all these things come together in God's perfect timing. And that is where trusting in God's perfect timing comes in. Isaiah 55 verse 9 says, his ways are higher than our ways, and his ways are also better than our ways. Lastly is for us to live a life of gratitude. Gratitude does something fantastic. It's like the cherry on the cake of your faith and trusting God for purpose. It's like a cherry on the cake. It does something fantastic to us. Even when we're going through challenges and everything. When Paul and Silas were in the prison, when they were in the eye of the storm, the Bible says they prayed and they praised God. They sang praises to God, and God provided a way of escape. So for us, these are some ways for us to cultivate a passionate faith on the steps of fulfilling God's purpose for our lives. I hope I've been able to answer that.
Very well said. Thank you so much, Mer. And yeah, absolutely. When you say look up, not expecting people to physically be looking up, but to do it in a way, literally to reference God, to understand that it is only God that can make this happen, and to connect their faith, to make their faith work, because they have the owner of life in their care. So thank you so much, Mark, for doing that for us. We really appreciate you. We appreciate your time on this platform.
Thank you, sir.
All right, Mark, stay with me in the studio and I will be right back. All right, to everyone who has listened to these, I hope that you have been blessed. And of course, if you have not been listening to our podcast and you come across this, feel free to listen every Friday. We have a new podcast post out, and of course, you can listen virtually everywhere you get your podcast from. It's on Spotify, Apple, Google, or any other place where you get your podcast from. And of course, it's also going to be YouTube podcast as well. Okay, so feel free to visit our website, www.viewpointministriesinternational.org, and also you can send us email, info@viewpointministriesinternational.org, if you have any questions. All right, and this is where we're heading in today. I remain your Solomon Ogwabiye. Have a wonderful week, everyone. Bye for now.